Great call with them. Here's some more people coming in. Great call with the owners. Great call. So glad to have a guy like Brent Baum on board, a strategic officer, showing us the pathway. We've got a great guest today, Michael Arceneaux from Houston. Here's something, real people with a lot of knowledge, and they got an experience, and they got an office in Utah. How about we have a little welcome to them? And that's the story we tell you. Gabriella, Joe and Gordon's mother, raised those boys. She's from Treviso, Italy, one of those blue zones, moved to Canada as a young lady in her 20s, married a man named Mr. Morton, hence Joe and Gordon. And she taught these boys about that olive green, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, full of those phytonutrients and polyphenols. I'm going to let Joe share with you what made him, after having a $1 billion company along with his brother, that they would come out of retirement 10 years later to do it all over again.
I had some ideas on some potential ingredients that floated around in my brain. And Gord's like, hold that thought, little brother. Come and talk to me. I have this idea. When he started to tell me this about the first press and that experience of the first press, I realized, whoa, there's more to olives, and the vast majority of people don't know the power of olives, olive oil, olive leaf, the extracts that come from them. Powerful. There's a reason why this is the greatest health story, the oldest and greatest health story that's never been told.
And if you're on this morning's call, you know there's a little bit of rivalry between these two boys. So I better let Gordon, the older brother, have his share.
Ever notice how some people just age differently? It's not genetics alone. It's daily habits. Calm systems, less inflammation, better recovery. The Oliabo effect isn't about chasing youth. It's about protecting vitality.
So it's the awareness gap. That's what we share with you. That's what your job is to be. And you got, but Mal, I don't know how to tell a story. We got brand new Oliabo studio. We have our website. We have these calls. You got YouTube. You got Facebook. You got everything at your fingertip to tell the story. Ancient wisdom finally met up with modern science, and it's available for you. So next slide. We're right into it. You ready there, Michael? There's a gentleman that I've known for a while. Ray introduced me to this gentleman, Michael Arceneaux. He lives down there in Houston. He's accomplished. I thought about, actually, I'll go off track here. Right before the call, when I was trying to find something, and I was looking at all the pictures in his Facebook page, and, you know, Michael's a wonderful husband to a beautiful wife. He's a fantastic dad to a bunch of gals. Good for him, like me. I also thought of something else. He likes the people to have success. I've always strived to have people. That's why I love this industry. People having success. But then I thought of something right when I was about to open this Zoom. I thought about what you're after, your success. And, you know, it's not about the treasure at all. It's about the journey and who you're meant to be. And why do I have this picture up for Michael? Because I think this is what you need to know about who our director of personal development is. He'll help you kill the fear. You'll rule the room. You'll stand out and become the person you want to be able to tell the Oliabo story. So, folks, let me stop the sharing. And Mike, I got to grab you, or are you unmuted already?
I'm here. Am I unmuted?
Look, he likes golf. So thanks for taking the time, Mike. I know it's Wednesday night down there in Houston. You got your family as well. Folks, this is Michael, part of our corporate team, new addition. So the floor is yours for as long as you want. I'm done for tonight.
All right, so I scheduled about an hour and a half with you all. So
Great.
no, I'm just playing. I'm just joking, you all. But appreciate you all having me. And look, I'm excited to be a part of Oliabo. I'm excited really to bring a lot of my skills and talents to each and every individual that's on this call. My whole job, my whole goal is Oliabo representative and just be able to go out there and speak and communicate about Oliabo, about the products, about the compensation plan. Really get you all trained and excited about this opportunity. I'm sure many of you all have been a part of this industry before. You may have had a lot of success. You may have not had any success. A lot of people are going to get involved in your business, in your organization. The main thing that they need, the number one thing that they need is a system that they can plug into. They don't need to call you night and day. They don't need to know the ins and outs of the product right now. They don't need to know the compensation plan, the ins and outs right now. What they need is a system, and a system consists of two things: simplicity and consistency. Simplicity and consistency. And the first thing I want to share with you all, make sure that you have a notebook. By this Friday, by tomorrow, please, if you don't have it already, have a notebook dedicated to your Oliabo business. There's so many people that, can we just be honest? We treat network marketing, we treat direct sales like it's this thing, like it's this lottery ticket, right? I got involved and hopefully this works out. Hopefully this does better than my previous opportunity. Hopefully. No, there's no hope. There's systems and there's doing it and making it happen. When you're on your job, when you're at your job, there's no, oh, I hope I get through the week. Oh, I hope I do well on this job. No, you either do the job or your manager sits down with you and says, hey, if you don't do this, if you don't get any better, we're going to have to fire you. We don't have that in this industry. And that's the number one reason why so many people fail at it, because we're so used to having someone tapping our shoulder, so used to having someone talking to us at the end of the week. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're not doing that right, you're doing this wrong. We don't have that in this industry, which could be great and it can be a hinder to our success. So treat this business like your job. Treat this business like the machine that it can be. And it all starts with you having dedication to your business. So make sure you grab a nice notebook. It doesn't have to be, don't get some 5-binder notebook. Simplicity. Keep it simple. But make sure that you have something dedicated to your Oliabo business. You're going to keep your notes here. You're going to learn about the compensation plan. Every time you get a training on the compensation plan, you're going to learn something different. You want to be able to write that down. Every time you hear someone speak, someone may say something that hits home. You're going to want to write that down. I was one of those people years ago when I wrote down everything. My problem was that it was written on little pieces of paper and little notes and everything. It was just all over the place. I was all over the place until I learned to manage my business and keep everything all in one area, right? So make sure that you do that. Please make sure that you do that. And the other thing I want you to really take the time to, can you all still hear me? Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes my headphones go in and out. What I really want you all to do when we talk about simplicity and consistency, make sure that you're consistent in your business. You want to dedicate, 15, 30, 45 minutes a day into your Oliabo business. And you may say, 15 minutes, Mike, what can I do in 15 minutes? There's so much that you can do in 15 minutes to grow your Oliabo business, to grow your distributorship, to grow your customers. This product is a phenomenal product to bring in customers. Why? It's a non-threatening product. We're talking about the powers of olive oil. We could go all technical and get deep, but most people are familiar with olive oil. Most people they know that olive oil can benefit them. This is not some fruit or some vitamin that grows on the top of Mount Olympus that we have to get white papers and we can only pick this fruit, certain seasons and people never heard of it. No, that could be a complicated story. That could be a complicated conversation. This is a very simple product, a very simple conversation that you can have with people. That makes it a winner for you because you can have this conversation with any and everybody. I've been extremely successful in sales, in corporate sales, but the problem is that the products, the services that I was selling was only specific to certain type of business owners. Did I get great commissions? Yes, I got some phenomenal commissions for selling that, but I was limited on who I can speak with. You are not limited. This product, this company, this opportunity that you have is unlimited. You can talk to any and everybody. You cannot get in front of enough people to share this. So the reason why I come into play is because I will help you. I will help you and teach you what to say, what not to say, how to say it, how to control your voice, how to control your tempo when you're speaking, how to bring people in, how to lower your voice when you need to bring them in, to have that phone posture. A lot of people are scared and a little uncomfortable when they're talking about this industry and talking about their products, especially for newer people, right? Because that's not something they do. But isn't it amazing when they're talking about something that they're passionate about or love? Like my daughter is a horror freak. She just loves horror movies. And I think there's this new movie she just told me about, Obsession, that's out. I think that's the name of it. And I mean, I'm asking, I'm like, when did you start working for Paramount Pictures? Because you are selling this movie like I'm ready to go see this movie right now. And she's the main one. My daughter, my oldest daughter, is the main one. Is always saying, "Oh, I'm not good at sales. I'm not good at sales." Well, yeah, you're not good at sales unless it's some shoes that you like, a movie that you like, a new restaurant. Now you're passionate about it. So you have to get passionate about this business. You have to get passionate about what this can do for you, for your family, for your health. My wife is an occupational therapist. She sees sick people daily, daily. People that are having heart attacks, strokes, diabetics, and they're getting younger and younger and younger. We have a product that has the possibilities of helping so many people with their health. And again, you can speak to any and everybody. This is an unlimited. So when people come in and they say, "Man, I went through my list. I don't have anybody else to call." I look at them like, "What are you talking about? How can you not have enough people to call?" And the reason being is because when you go to the supermarket and the person next to you just opens up and just says, "Hey, isn't it such a beautiful day today, Mary Lou? Isn't it a beautiful day?" "Oh, yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is." "Well, you have a good day. Okay, bye." That would be the normal talk. I'm going to teach you how to say, "Yes, it is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day." You know what else? I wasn't feeling all that hot the last several weeks. I was feeling very tired and I had some pain. Whatever your testimony is, you'll start to learn how to share that and let them know, and I've been on this supplement, this product, and it's done wonders for me. And that's how you speak now. by sharing your stories. Like they say, facts tell, but stories sell. Your whole objective on a daily basis is to have conversations, to share your testimonial, to share your story on a consistent basis. That could be done in 15 minutes. Most people have anywhere between 300, 500, 1,200 friends on social media. How many of those have you reached out to? And you may say, well, I reached out to the people that I know, but not too many. And that's okay. Why? Because you haven't been taught how to do it and how to approach someone in the cold market. I'm going to help you with that. And that's the great thing about this company. We know that that's been a missing piece because see the excitement of getting the product, the excitement of this being a new company, the excitement of the compensation plan and seeing the benefits and how much money the opportunity could possibly bring to you, that excitement wears off. Then what? Well, most people in this industry, you know what they do? They go, squirrel, like a dog. They see a squirrel, they go run. Because someone else comes around and shines the shiny quarter and they go to the next opportunity because they're stuck in that mentality of being excited about something. They can't get past being excited, and now it's time to put in the work. Now it's time to do the consistent work. Now it's time to create the system and work the system. Now it's time to get out of your head that this is some fairy tale, this is some lottery ticket, and realize that no, this is not a lottery ticket, this is not a fairy tale, but this is a simpler way of building income on a consistent basis. This is a simpler way of actually building a business globally from the comfort of your home. But you still have to put the dedication in. You still have to learn. You still have to put the dedication, the time, the consistency. Anything that you want to work, whether it's your faith, whether it's losing weight, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your job, you have to consistently work at it. Why is it that when people come into this industry, the consistency leaves? They just want the excitement. And again, that's why many people jump, because they just stuck in that excitement mode. I just need to feel good. I need to be excited about something. That's great. We all do. But at the end of the day, the benefit comes from the work that we put in. So when I say 15 minutes a day, do you think in 15 minutes, if I had a script that you can type out and message to someone, 5 people a day, in 15 minutes, 5 people a day, just sending out a message. And the message is not any type of, oh, look, I'm part of this now. No. It's the right message to put out there. You think you could take 15 minutes out of your day every day? Not, 2 days a week? No, 15 minutes. That's 7 days a week. I'm sure all of us can take 15 minutes, 7 days a week, and plant seeds. That's all we're doing, planting seeds. And throughout the day, we're having conversations. We're sharing testimonials, right? It's natural. It's organic. You're not going to come off salesy because you're speaking about something that you know, something that you're passionate about. And some people will say, well, man, I don't have that passion right now. Well, you have to find that passion. Find that passion. I used to hate when I used to go to meetings and they used to bring up the whole why thing. Find your why. It's like, what is that why stuff? But then you go through something like Katrina, Hurricane Katrina that I went through, a Hurricane Harvey that I went through, and my house gets totaled by a tornado out the blue that never hits this area. My wife loses family members and such. Then you start to figure out, wow, I do have a phenomenal why. I have to take care of this family. I have to take care of these kids. And this normal way of doing it is not working. So I applaud you all for stepping outside of the line and going left while everyone else is going right. I appreciate that. And you should applaud yourself for being that phenomenal person, that awakened person, to know that you really can't get to the health that you want by doing the normal things that people are doing. You really can't get to the financial place that you want to be financially by doing what everyone else is doing. So I applaud you for getting uncomfortable. Now I want you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, Napoleon Hill talks about definiteness of purpose, being definite in everything that you do. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Don't come into this business, in this industry, thinking that you can do this different than everything else that you've done successfully. Many of you all are successful in your own right doing with the things that you do. Take that knowledge, take that info. Most people say, I don't know what to do. No, you know what you need to do. We're all adults here, right? I mean, I'm looking at we're all 30 plus, right? I mean, come on now. We've all been around the block. We know what we need to do. Do we need some fine tuning? Could we use some help? Yes, of course. But for the most part, we know what we need to do. So the whole purpose of me saying this tonight, this evening, is I want you to take this opportunity seriously. I want you to write down in your book tomorrow, whenever you get your notebook, date that you got your book, the date that you wrote the first things in your book. Then I want you to, under that, I want you to put the date, whether it's 6 months down the line, a year from now, where you want to be. Because if you don't have a finish line, my friends, you're just running in place. You need to have a goal. You need to have something that you're going after. And you need to visually see that goal and know what it's going to take to get to that goal. I call it the finish line. We're all racing. This is life is just a big race. If you don't know where the finish line is, you're just running. Where are you going? I don't know. I'm just running. You're going to wear yourself out and you're going to quit. So make sure that you have a goal, a finish line in mind, and we are going to help you do that. I'm working on with corporate right now to do a series called What Do I Do Now? It's going to be a training series. Hopefully we'll be starting it on in a couple of Saturdays. And it's just going to be 30 to 45 minutes training. It's all about what do I do now? And it's going to be all about this, just some of the simple things that you could do on a daily basis. Some of the things to say, some of the things not to say. Some of the things that I've learned, not only in this industry, but in corporate America, in sales, the things that you can do on a daily basis to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Everything in life has to be planned. It has to be written down. If it's not written down, it is not a goal. It's a dream. It's a dream. So I'm going to cut it short because I don't want to go into a whole complete training this evening. I want to save that. But I hope you all can hear and see the sincerity that I have. I'm very, very passionate about helping people achieve their goals. That's what makes me happy. Because I've seen the people in front of the rooms and the trainers before, some of them in this industry, and it's done in a very selfish way. It's a look at me type of thing. It's a buy my book. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's not what we're doing here. The greatness is in you. You have this greatness. It is your time. I want you to smile. I want you to get excited. I want the hairs on your neck to stand up right now and be like, man, this is what I need. This is what I needed. This is what I needed. I can achieve this. I can do this. All I needed was someone to show me a roadmap. All I needed was someone to show me the finish line so I could start going after that. We're going to do some phenomenal things with this team, with this organization, with this company. And I'm going to do everything that I can on my end to make sure that you are successful, that you have all the tools, all the knowledge, all the experience that you need to not waste your time on a daily basis, and to make sure that every connection you have, every no that you get is going to get you closer to that yes. Don't be scared of the no's. Please don't be scared of them. You need the no's. You can't get to a yes unless you get the no's. This is a no business. This is a no business. Sales is all about getting no's. And most people say, oh, don't say sales. This is what it is. You're selling a product. Don't be scared of sales. We get sold every day. I sold my wife on how to marry, why she needed to marry me. I'm married 25 years now because I sold her. Now she may be mad that she bought me, but hey, it is what it is. I was great selling. But the whole point is that when most people say, "No, I don't like sales," no, you do because you're great at it. You sold me on why I should go to this restaurant. You sold me on why I needed to go into this industry. You sold me on why I needed to meet this person. So no, you're great at it. Let me show you how to be great at this. So that's what we're going to teach everyone. So Ray, Malcolm, I appreciate the time. I don't want to take up any more time, but I just wanted to share that information with you all and with this team. And I'm extremely excited to share my knowledge and my experience with you all. And look, I'm letting you all know on these trainings, you're going to have an opportunity to do some role playing. All right. We're going to get uncomfortable, but and I hope that doesn't scare you. I hope you like, man, that's what I need. That's what I need. It's just like if we're at the gym and I'm showing you how to lift, what good is it if y'all just watching me lift? You're like, wow, he's looking good. Yeah, every week, man, those muscles are getting bigger. And you're just on the side. No, no, no. I need to pass that weight to you, and I need to watch and see you lift so I can share with you what you're doing wrong, what you could work on, what you're doing extremely right. You know what I mean? So we're going to practice that. So get excited. Get excited about this opportunity and get excited about what you're about to start learning because you all are going to be some phenomenal, phenomenal people. Just think of the person that you were yesterday. You're going to be much, much greater just because of the knowledge and the information that we're going to share with you all. So thank you all for having me this evening.
Way to go, Michael. Hey, folks, while I give you a little information, how about you give it up to him? Show Michael how much you appreciate him. Clap your hands, give him some love. A lot of you saying, where are we going to get the training? Hey, you've got a brand new tool. It's right here on this, and it's on your desktop. What is it? Oliabo Studio. Oliabo Studio is that training announcement. It's in your calendar, like Ray says. Scroll to the bottom. You'll all be there. Every one of the announcements the company makes is there. Ray's up there in Michigan. Good idea, Ray. Bringing Michael on. It's Ray's idea last night to go and get him. So I'm going to have Ray, who's out for you brand new people on the call. Ray's our master distributor of Oliabo, 40 years at the top of this profession because of hard work, just what he said, because it's sticking to a real simple system he's always had, and that is what? Having people like and trust him because of what he's done, and then asking them, would you mind sharing something with them? So Ray, why don't you close us out?
Thank you. Thank you so much. You make these very interesting, Malcolm. Always, each and every couple of times a week, they're always a little bit different. They're always fun, and everybody I know really appreciates you because I get to hear from a lot of them. Michael, brother, I think you're just the best. You kind of lit it up here tonight, and you know, a guy named Bob Proctor. I know you guys know who I'm talking to, and probably most of you on the call. He taught me and all of us over 40 years ago the law of attraction. And I was just thinking, actually, Michael, from a decision that I made from the very beginning here, you're just part of you got caught up in the orbit. My law of attraction thinking just kind of brought you on board. And truly, the law of attraction, what it simply does mean, if you get the right mindset, it's how we think is determines how our life works out. I didn't always know that. Poor half my life and born in a house with a dirt floor. Y'all know my story, and I just got taught some things like the kind of things Michael was sharing here with you tonight from a mentor 41 years ago. It took me from poverty to fortune. And simply, if I had to say what was the one thing that made the big difference of all the things that he taught me, and it was simply this: your life works out determined by your thought pattern, how you think. So if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. We've all heard that, and it's so true. It's absolutely true. And I just want to challenge you all. That Malcolm, you just said that, but I'll say it again. Somebody I saw in the chat, Stone, I think that was you. How do I sign up for these classes, these trainings that Michael is going to do? Malcolm was right. Just be a part of the Studio app. I think, Michael, probably if I had to guess, after you get this just exactly the way you want it, there'll be a series of trainings that'll probably be archived in the
Yes.
studio where when we bring a brand new person on, they'll say, "Well, what do I do?" It's a great question. Just click that button right there, and Michael will tell you what to do now. So I
Yes.
know this is so important to have direction, but Michael and Malcolm talks about it all the time, folks. You get your thinking right. You get your thinking right. Things tend to fall in place. They just do. And I'll say it every week, and I'll always say it. Just don't take this for granted. It's a serious opportunity. It's a serious company. You can see if you've been with us here for a while, and many of you have for months, not for years, because we only months old. You can see the building blocks of Oliabo. You can see the people that come on board, the quality of people like Michael Arceneaux that keeps coming. Boy, Malcolm, you were right. That was a wonderful Zoom today. And my favorite part, probably, I mean, I like it all, right? My favorite part was probably Brent Baum. Boy, he was awesome. And I know you've already got it out there where people can take a look,
Yes,
right?
I do. There's even a Brett Baum segment. There's a Doc Mindell segment.
Yeah.
It's a Gordon
Right.
segment. We are so lucky to have Brent. When you just think about this for a second, folks. Ray talks about getting out of your comfort zone, reaching out to someone and saying to them, you like me, you trust me enough. Can I send you some information? That's exactly what happened with Brent. Gordon contacted a guy. Now think about this, what Michael was just chatting to us about. Gordon's got a fledgling, trying to get off the ground, starting Studio 88 Media One or Media One Studio 88. I always get the name mixed up. And Brent, a founder of DreamWorks. Brent's been in the film industry for a long time. Brent rubbed shoulders with the icons of the industry. And he contacts Brent. And what did Brent say? Yeah, sure, I'll be there today. He showed
Yeah.
up in Utah.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah.
Battery.
Just thinking about that, Malcolm. I I would if you and I if I were going to try to recruit you today, you are Michael, either one. If I would have said to you, is our relationship good enough that you'd watch a little short video clip? And I know the answer. You guys have said, well, yeah, I'll watch it. You know what? That Brent Baum little segment would be awesome, wouldn't it?
You better believe it, because it just showed
Yeah,
him.
it would. Yeah, it would be absolutely awesome. Well, folks, the first time it's been, gosh, I don't know, Michael, probably a year and a half ago. First time I met Michael Arceneaux, and I saw him doing a Zoom for another company, and I thought, well, that guy's got the kind of qualities that are so needed in this industry, and I was excited about him, and so, you know he got caught up in my thought pattern. Here he is. Here he is. And he's a corporate guy. What is your title, Michael? It's so long I can't say it.
Look,
Director
Malcolm,
Director of Field. Go ahead.
no, no, no. I want to see if you got it.
I have it. I have it. He's a
Dire-
director of growth and field development.
Yes,
There
yes,
you go,
yes. So, no,
guys.
me and Ray were clowning earlier because I said that was something that Gordon just came up with. Usually it's like, VP of sales or something of leadership development. It would take Gordon to make up this whole other title. So whenever someone asks me, I say, hold on, I got to look it up again.
Yeah, I'm not so
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
not so sure how
I,
effective
this,
Michael is, though, because I've known Michael for some time. Director of growth. I'm 5'4", Mike. I haven't got any taller, don't you? It didn't work.
No, we definitely
I
gonna
just,
we definitely gonna grow, and we definitely gonna do our thing. Like I said, my friends, you know that a title is just a title. You know what I mean? I'm looking to really be that person, that helper, that person that will help you achieve what you're looking to achieve, to make things a little bit easier for you, and to help you with everything I've done with my Speakers Academy to teach you, you know, some of these lost techniques and the lost art of public speaking and presentation. I think we all could become better at that. And one thing that one of my mentors taught me when I first got into the industry said, the person in front of the room is the person that's always going to make the most money. And all of you on this call will be the person in front of the room. There's no need for you to have to always call Malcolm or Ray. Of course, right now, yes, you know, yes, of course, you know, you're new, but your whole goal is to be that person. And then your goal is to teach the next person how to be that person. We're just teachers teaching teachers how to teach. That's all we are.
right.
And as long
Yeah.
as we're doing that consistently, it will free you up, because I know a lot of people has made a lot of money in this industry, and they're working harder than any corporate job because they're constantly on the phone, because they're the man, they're the woman, they're that one person that, you know, everyone has to go to. That's not the way you're supposed to build this industry. You're supposed to build this business. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be duplicating yourself, and we're going to teach you how to do that.
That's great, Michael. Everybody, I'll say this and I'm through. You hear me say it often. And, you know, we don't fail in life because we don't know what to do. We fail when we refuse to do the very things that we already know that we need to do. We're in the industry of meeting people, talking to people, sharing our opportunities, sharing our products with them. That's what we do. And so, you know, we don't fail because we don't know what to do. We're just not doing it. So Michael's going to help you. Certainly Malcolm does as well. Hernan's on the call, I believe. I mean, there's some great people in this company. I mean, some great people. We got a big story to tell. We're just getting started. And I'm so thankful, Michael, that you're here. And Malcolm, I think the world of you, know, and all of you out there. God bless you all. Thank you. I'm glad to be part of Oliabo. I'm glad you're part of Oliabo. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you all. I appreciate it.
I'm going to leave you with what Gordon said this morning. He quoted a good friend of ours. Some people would rather endure familiar hells than visit an unfamiliar heaven. Go grab your heaven,
Yeah.
folks.